Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection, channel where I just, have some recommendations, show off some new stuff that I've picked up, and just, babbling on about things, all kinds of thingamabobs. That's a real word, I believe. But today, guys, I wanted to focus on two recent releases that just came out for us Western fans out there. Now, this first movie is a movie that, man, people have talked about this, the rumors for years and years that Criterion was going to put this out and and everything. And, well, it finally happened. It finally came true. And us Western fans were really excited to see Sam Peckinpah's 1973, it's a masterpiece, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. That's right, guys. Finally came out, and I'm glad Criterion got a hold of it and did good by it. Criterion has done, I believe, a couple Sam Peckinpah movies, maybe just one. They did Straw Dogs. Yeah, I think that's it, actually. I wish they would come out with, like, The Wild Bunch or somebody. Somebody should put The Wild Bunch out and just put it out. Deluxe, beautiful stuff. But anyways, I'm getting off the path a little bit. But, man, it finally came out. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. 4K and Blu-ray edition. I mean, beautiful case. It's got a slip case, and then it opens up. Got a little booklet in there. But it has 3 cuts of the movie. It's got the final preview cut. It's got the 50th anniversary release, which pretty much the theatrical movie. And then it's got which one was that now? It gets kind of confusing. Somebody recently asked me what's my favorite cut, and gosh, I put them all in, believe it or not, and watched pretty much the whole movie, but I watched it in sections on these different discs. Gosh, what can I say? What is it? Original? I'm not really sure which one I like, because back in the 90s. MGM UA released a Laserdisc that was basically the director's cut. It was called the Ultimate Director's Cut or something. And then it came out on DVD, and it was pretty much the same cut. But yeah, it gets a little confusing. I don't want to confuse you guys, but it's got the, let me read this. Sorry. It's got the final preview cut. It's got the original theatrical release. It's got the 50th anniversary release. So, the final preview cut, I believe, is close to the Ultimate Director's Cut. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It's kind of confusing. I know I put one in, and it started off completely different than the other opening with, with them shooting, Billy and some guys are shooting, chickens and stuff. It opens up differently. It opens up a little quieter, a little smoother and stuff. And I don't know, the movie, the newer cut on here gives it room to kind of breathe. It kind of spreads out a little bit. I don't know, that's the way I kind of feel when I see it, You kind of see a little bit more of the background. You see a little bit more of this and stuff, and they did a good job on it. It looks really good. 4K looks good, and really nice release. I mean, any decent Western fan out there needs to get this. I mean, even if you call yourself a Western fan, even if you don't like this movie, buy it and watch these different cuts and see if it changes your mind, because it may. But yeah, finally, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, 1973 masterpiece by Sam Peckinpah, finally came out. And this film nerd is very happy about this, by the way. But it's also got a lot of stuff on here. Some of the stuff we have seen, some of it's new stuff. I know a lot of these Blu-rays have been put out with parts of the documentary that was it Mike Siegel made, and I got that whole documentary that he made for each movie. He did like interviews and research for each one, and they're all put together. But they've been dissecting that documentary, a lot of these companies, and putting them on here. So I believe that little part's on here, I believe. And yeah, there's some stuff on here talks about Bob Dylan in it and stuff and everything. So yeah, there you go. Let me put that over there. And then, something I've never had on Blu-ray, and it's one of my favorite movies. I finally upgraded it to Blu-ray. I've only had DVD copies of it. I don't even have a Laserdisc of it, but it's one of my favorite movies. It's Sam Peckinpah's first movie, Ride the High Country, from 1962. I finally got the Blu-ray upgrade. Looks really good. Of course, this was Randolph Scott's final movie. He retired after this. It's got the great Joel McCrea in this. He wouldn't do too many. I think he did a few more westerns after this. Not too many. But they were both quieting down a little bit. The retirement. I mean, they both worked hard, man. They did tons of movies in the 30s, 40s, 50s. They had at least 30+ year careers, and stuff. So really good movie. Sam Peckinpah's first. It's got a lot of people that's going to be part of his stock company in the future. Warren Oates and gosh, what's his name? Don't even say on here. Well, anyway, it's got Mary. What's her name? Mariette Hartley. And gosh, I can't think of that guy's name. He's her father in this, and he's been in a bunch of movies. He's also in. He's the sheriff in Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. What is his? Oh, R.J. Armstrong. That's it. And Warren Oates, and there's a couple other people, and they're starting to build that stock company, and you'll see that in all of his next movies and stuff. But one of my favorite movies, very special to me. This was actually the first movie I ever saw on TCM. I didn't get the channel, and my parents did, so I had them set their VCR to record some stuff off TCM back in the day. Gosh, it was probably 2001 or something like that, maybe, I don't know. And because I didn't live at home, obviously, at that time, but yeah, first movie I saw on TCM. Next up, another special release. 88 Films has been putting out some really gorgeous Blu-ray sets, 4K sets of some movies, and in the future you're going to see a few more, but this is the first one, and this is an upgrade for me to Blu-ray from DVD. This is part of the Tygon collection, 88 Films, Henny Coulter. Great movie. The more I watch this, the more I like it more. It becomes more memorable, obviously, the more you watch it, but I've watched it a few times, and it made an impression on me, and the second time I was like, yeah, I like this movie. It's pretty badass. And then I saw it again, 4K, and wow, it looks good. It's got some new features on here and everything. It's got this really nice slipcase with alternative art. Really nice. The cast, it's got, obviously the beautiful Raquel Welch, Robert Culp, Ernest Borgnine. Oh man, the great Strother Martin is in this. I'm starting to become a real big fan of him. He was always this character actor. He's always, he never starred in anything. It's got the great Jack Elam, another one of those people. It's got Christopher Lee playing a non-horror role. And it's got Diana Dors, which was she was a very popular British actress, comedian. She was always in the tabloids and stuff like that. But she's pretty strictly British. She was pretty much, there. I don't think she ever broke out in America. But man, Raquel Welch has never been lovelier. Great Relief, Hanny Coulter. Finally, guys, I just want to show the other edition of Hanny Coulter that I had, but which is really good. I love the packaging of this, and that's why I'm going to keep it. I'll probably never trade this one off just because I've upgraded. But here's the Olive Films edition of Hanny Coulter, which I really like, man. I like this artwork on here. It's a slipcase, and then it continues with this kind of artwork, and then you open it up. It's got a booklet, which also continues that style of artwork, but it's only the DVD. And Olive Films are famous for really not putting anything out extra on it. But what they do, they've done this a bunch of times, Olive Films. They'll release a bare bones one with nothing on it, maybe a trailer, and then they'll re-release it with extras, you know, and stuff. Because they did that with Johnny Guitar and everything. So, but yeah, Hanny Coulter, this is my previous edition. Still have it. I like this. It looks great on the shelf. So yeah, I got two nice editions of Hanny Coulter now. So there you go, guys. Some new releases in the Western world. Hanny Coulter and Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. 2 movies from the 70s, and just really good. Really, that kind of an anti, Western, kind of a part of that. Kind of influenced by spaghetti westerns a little bit. I don't know if you can say Peckinpah was influenced, because Peckinpah was Peckinpah. But, Hanny Coulter and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, there's some scenes in it, that are questionable. It's directed by Burt Kennedy, by the way. Great director, great writer, screenwriter, and everything. So, there you go, guys. So, I hope you like this. I just wanted to show those off. And thanks for sticking with me. If you stuck all the way to the end, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Everything. So anybody's watching and never seen my channel, go check it out. Subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications when I do release stuff. And if you like this episode, give me a thumbs up. And comments are always welcome, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next time.